All right, guys. Hey, injuries from the game. Trey Greenlaw had a shoulder sprain. He'll be day to day. And Aaron Banks has turf toe, and he's going to end up missing a few weeks.
Hey, Kyle, is Drake Greenlaw dealing with anything else? It appeared like he was getting up slow from almost every tackle he had yesterday.
I mean, the wear and tear that he's had the last few weeks with his ankle and things like that, but mainly the shoulder was the worst thing, and he's one of our mini guys who really needs this break.
Kyle, how did Brock Purdy come out health-wise, and was there a scare the way his head hit the turf like a minute and a half to go in the game?
I mean, there's a scare when you see the tape, or when I saw the tape, but just talking to him after the game and talking to him today, he's been totally fine.
Okay. Well, Kyle, what else jumped out to you, I guess, defensively when you're watching the defense? What alarmed you the most between, I guess, the missed tackles, the pass rush, and the coverage?
All that stuff alarmed me the most. I mean, that you just said right there, and it was a combination of all happened at the same time. I mean, I know we lost 3 games in a row. I thought there was things that we were sloppy on versus Cleveland, mainly the penalties, and I'm struggling against the run. I thought Minnesota, there was actually a number of good clips that I really liked how we looked on tape and our energy and stuff like that. But I thought we gave up a couple too big of plays, a couple busts, and we struggled against a quarterback who was really hot. And then I believe yesterday that to me sticks out on the tape the most is just how slow and tired I thought we looked. And when that does happen, I think it leads to bigger holes. I think it leads to more mistakes. I think it leads to missed tackles. And I could see on tape a different type of energy that was disappointing, but I also know that they need this rest, and that showed the most.
Kyle, will you consider making a change at quarterback during the bye week? And if not, why?
A change at what?
Quarterback.
No.
Why?
Because no one just changes their quarterback for no reason.
Kyle, Nick Bosa played 100% of the snaps, which is unique for defensive lineman. Is there any backstory to that? Did he request that he not come out during the game like he usually does?
No, we play him the most. We thought he could handle it. It seems like he's handled it through the game, and also knowing we had this week off, especially the way it ended when we were down and having to get him off the field. We felt we didn't feel there was any time that we wanted to take him off, and he seemed up for the challenge.
Kyle, Trent Williams appeared to still be kind of limping around a little bit. How close was he to playing yesterday, and how does he look for the time going forward?
No, we didn't end up letting him work out or anything on game day. We thought he was too far away that day, just seeing him Saturday night. And thought he was going to be good, but he wasn't. And hopefully he'll have a good week this week of rehab and be ready to go when we come back for practice next Monday.
Kyle, regarding Brock hitting the back of his head late in the game, was just given the fact, I mean, his obviously his hands went directly to his helmet, and just given the fact he had a concussion, was he checked for a concussion after the game? And then also, if you had seen that in the moment, would you have taken him out?
Yeah, I don't get the TV copy in the game, so I don't see how they hit from where I'm at, so we don't see that at all. But I'm always assuming that there's people spotting that stuff and spot checkers, and that everyone's going to do that when they see it. So that's not something that I'm looking for during the game. I'm usually watching defense, and I'm looking at my call sheet getting ready for the next down.
And was he checked for a concussion afterwards?
I didn't ask. The fact that nothing is wrong is why I didn't ask.
No, I understand you don't. No, I wasn't. Yeah, I
no, and I also understand your question, and I didn't ask.
No, I understand you don't see the TV copy, but I'm just saying, if in that moment you had actually seen that happen, would your reaction been like, we need to get him out of the game?
I don't know. It's a pretty hypothetical question. If I think any of our players are hurt, I always want to get them out of the game. So.
Kyle, can you give us just a kind of an idea? You're under a day before the trade deadline. Just, I guess, the sense you get whether you might be able to pull off a deal or two to improve the team.
I know John's been working on that for the last month. He's talking with everyone, as every team does right now. If we think there is a chance to improve us, we'll do it. It doesn't sound like there's a lot of options out there, but it doesn't mean for sure no. So I know we'll look up that all the way up to the deadline and see if anything changes.
Kyle, how actively would you consider moving Steve Wilks onto the field, and what would it take to sort of make that sort of call?
I mean, that's something we'll discuss this week, just the two of us. I mean, if he felt it would help him, that's something we'll try, but we haven't done that yet.
Hal, what's your schedule with the team with the bye week coming up, and when do they come back in?
We're finishing up with, for today, we're going to come in tomorrow and get a full day in. They're going to have a bunch of workouts. We're going to have some meetings, some get better stuff that we do, and then we'll let them off till Monday. All injured guys and stuff and things like that, they're here all week.
Kyle, for you personally, how do you split up the bye week in terms of allowing yourself some time to reset and then also gearing up for week 10?
I hit it pretty hard with the staff for these 2 days. And then after that, we try to get away from each other. We got a lot of things that we do on our own and get away. We all got our systems and stuff at our house and things like that. And then we usually check in with each other on Sunday. Discuss what we've done on our 4 days away from each other, and then prepare for the players to come back in the building on Monday.
Hal, Juwan Jennings wasn't targeted at all during the game. I know some of it is what the defense gives you, but is there any need to spread the ball out a little bit more throughout the offense?
Some games there is. I mean, but you don't just try to force it to two people. Just BA and George got the majority of it. There's a number of stuff that can go to Juwan. There's a number of stuff that can go to any of those guys. Those guys are usually the number one guys in the route. When Juwan did have a couple of opportunities where he was number one, and there was I think they were all zone plays, and the zoning defenders under him, and the quarterback goes to number two. So, we never try to put in a deal that forces it to anyone, and we never try to put in a deal that says we're going to spread it around. We go in with our plays, and guys are in the pecking order of who usually gets it first, but coverages dictate the rest.
Two more.
Kyle, did you have when Banks suffered the toe injury, and just to clarify, you said a few weeks. Would that mean possibly a couple of games, including the bye week, but not a few games?
Yeah, a turf toe, you never know. So they told me it should be a few weeks is what I got here, so I know that's a little vague, but I would say that means at least 3 weeks. I know I was told he did it on the second to last drive. I haven't got to speak with him personally, so I'm not sure which play it was on, but he didn't report it till after.
Wait, one more.
Kyle, same question regarding Greenlaw. Do you know when the shoulder sprain happened?
I know. No, I don't know when it happened. I know it was bothering him. It's been bothering him for a couple of weeks, and I just know that it got worse during the game.